Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. This is an IRL duel between me and Mikey. We were just having some fun. He's playing Lightsworn. I'm playing Chaos, no, I'm not playing Chaos Ring, I'm playing Synchrons. And at the end of the video, there'll be a link. I know it's a long-ass video. At the end of it, there's that, little, play thing that basically will have that for you, so you can check that out, and you can go there and go check it out for yourself. And you can get the deck profile recipe, however you want to put that. And I know Mikey's deck graveyard is a little bit out of picture here, but he mills a Lila and a Garoth. I remember that much because I rewatched this video 9 times to help that out. But in the near future, I'm gonna edit in some more stuff. But for the time being, I'll just add annotations for anything that you guys need or feel that needs. He's going for Card Trooper Mill here, just so we're clear. I wasn't sure if he went Card Trooper Mill there, but he did. He definitely did. So he's pretty much almost set for JD at this point. Now he's definitely set for JD, but he mills JD, which makes me kind of happy because I don't really like dealing with JDs. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So Mikey had posted out, his feelings towards the game, and I know many of you may have disagreed with him or may have called him a pussy. Yes, I read all your comments. And I stand by Mikey with that. The game has gotten stale as shit in all respects of the game. I still enjoy it because of things like Synchrons and just basically fun decks and getting creative. And Mikey sparked that fire of just creation, just creativity and creation in me. He's dropping that BLS mad early. But I got really inspired by that, so that's why some of the stuff either that came out or will be coming out has been very, very different than typically what I'll post out, deck profile wise. But you'll still get your normal stuff, don't worry. I'm not going to just dramatically change things. So I milled Dandelion, Effect Veller, and a Doppel Warrior off that, which is exactly what I needed. But Necro Gardener already attacked, which I was clarifying with Mikey. He attacks with Card Trooper to 1 Dandelion token. I believe he overlays here into a Fortune Tune, which is such an underrated Exceed for rank 3s. But then again, there's really not that many decks that can make a rank 3 anymore. So I ditched the Level Eater, summon my Quick Draw Synchron, having brain farts today, and then I'm going to bring back the Double Warrior off Junk, go into Hyper Librarian, get 2 tokens. That token, these are all tokens. There's 1 token by Quick Draw Synchron, just in case you can't see. It's a little bit up there out of the shot, and I apologize for that again. But I think it's mainly because we were just brain farting away, left and right. We were just having fun with it, and it wasn't originally planned to be filmed, but oh well. I draw 1 for Road Warrior, and I'm going to activate Road Warrior after level eating his level down to 7, because this is one of the most fun moves you could possibly make, and I'm clarifying with my fingers there for you guys that it is level 7. Off the Level Eater, because I don't have a dice in front of me that basically can represent that level. So I want to make sure you guys know that's clear. Now, if you look over to Mikey's graveyard, you can actually see everything in there. There's a Tragodia there, alongside with the Necro Gardener and Gores. So I believe he's playing some kind of Twilight variant of the deck, but it's cool. I draw 2 cards here. And at this point, I'm I believe I can go into Quasar if I so choose it. I do have a Soul Charge in hand, but I don't really want to use it unless I feel the the optimization of using it. When I should be phrasing it a little bit better when I say that. Basically what I'm saying is I don't want to use it unless I 100% know I'm gonna get exactly the most powerful play I possibly can off of it, unless I'm just overextending for shits and giggles, which isn't going to happen right now. But drop a tuning off a tuning. No, kidding. I got the search, he's got a cut, and then we're doing the mill. I believe that's what's going on right now. Yes, it is. Get that foolish burial milled. And so the road, I believe, is at 7 right now, which it's going to drop in a sec here. Now it's level 6, which the dice will represent because level 6 dice, 6 dice. Hyper Librarian is still at 5, just so that's clear. Formula Synchron and the Level Eat together make a formula, the Jet Synchron and the Level Eat make a Formula Synchron. 4 plus 2 plus 6 equals 12, which will get you a Quasar. but I'm going for an additional search just to deck thin, so that way my top deck would be something even better, hopefully. And I have a tuning as well, because this is how stupid the deck can keep going. Honestly, the saddest part about Synchrons, in all honesty, is the fact that Dark Law, Macros, Cosmos, D-Fissure hurts the deck so badly, and the meta just outplays them, that's the only reason why you won't see this at top tables. But there's so much you could do with the deck, it's not even funny. It's like, honestly, the one deck I would recommend everyone pick up. If you want something interesting, something fun, something that's going to challenge you, something you can do things differently with, this is definitely the deck. But I knocked Mikey's extra deck over there. Yeah, his extra deck. I was like, where's his main deck? And it's on the other side. Get Drill Warrior. Let's use Drill Warrior's effect. I believe that's going to happen. I'm not 100% sure. I believe so. I believe that's what I'm going to do here. But I'm just basically deciding exactly what would be the best drop to utilize in that graveyard of mine, because I'm still going to push it a lot further. I believe this is my second turn, so we're on turn 3. Technically, we're on turn 3. Everyone's at equal life points at the moment. And I'm going to put that Formula Synchron back with Rush Warrior. Rush Warrior allows me to do that, so relax. There's no cheats going on, no hacks. And I'm going to make another Formula Synchron in a sec here off the glow-up bulb that went to the graveyard. I'm going to Synchro for Formula Synchron. Follow it here. Draw 2 more cards. Draw 2 more cards. Keep watching. This is going to get interesting as hell. Trust me, I promise you it's going to get interesting as hell. It gets hilarious. This game gets hilarious. So, Formula Synchron Quasar. I believe that's exactly what's going on here. And I banished Dandelion for Spore. So Spore is level 4. I sync for Excel Synchron. And this is where shit gets hilarious. So I draw 1. I'm going to activate Tuning. Then I'm going to activate the Excel Synchron's effect, which I should have done reverse that. Because if I milled off the one stinking fucking card I need, which I didn't, for Excel, I'd be completely fucked with what I was trying to do. I have a workaround for it, but it would have been a pain in the ass regardless. And at this point, I could have went 2 Quasars if I so choose it, but I'm going to go something better than 2 Quasars. Much better than 2 Quasars. So, let's Synchro up. Oh wait, Hyper Librarian was at 4, my apologies. And the Excel went to 6. I believe that's the case there. If not, it's reversed, but whatever. Stardust Warrior pops out, and then I Soul Charge into Hyper Librarian and Junk Synchron to make Stardust. And Stardust is going to net me the, whatchamacallit, the freaking, the Shooting Star Dragon. That's what you're seeing. I'm just reading Fortune Tune because I've not seen a Fortune Tune in a long while. I've not played against Mikey in a long while. I was trying not to make mistakes here. So it's definitely something I was trying to do here. Now, if I was Mikey, I would have banished out the Necro Gardener from my grave now, but, well, previously, but can't really worry about that now because I can't attack, but here comes Stardust. Stardust into Formula, and this is IRL. This is IRL, man. Anyone says, oh, Synchrons can't do that turn 1. I just did. It required Soul Charge, but I just did. Just the nuttiness. So, I could stop 6 cards if I so choose it, because of the 2 MST that are face down, the Effect Feller in my hand, the Anti-Destruction, the Negation, and the Anti-Special Summon. So, it's going to be disgusting. It's going to be pretty disgusting. Fortune Tune is just going to sit there and look cute while Mikey gains 500 life points. He's going to summon Lila. I'm going to Effect Feller the Lila. I'm not even going to give it a chance. In case he had Raigeki, I'm not even giving it a chance. I don't care, like, if it's just MSTs. I get Drill Warrior back. Drill Warrior is going to pull Effect Feller back. I'm going to banish out the Drill Warrior, because this is like what I do with Saphira. I'm going to constantly recycle Effect Fellers. Unless I get into a situation I need to bring out a Junk Destroyer, I will constantly recycle the, the Brain Fart, the Effect Fellers. Attack the Fortune Tune again, Fortune Tune effect. Attack the Fortune Tune again, and if Mikey allows it to die, which he will, he gets effect. And he gets to put the Fortune Tune back and 2 level 3 monsters in his graveyard back to his deck. And I'm sorry again, I know how long this duel is, but when you see why, when we get to the conclusion, you'll understand why. And a lot of that has to do partly because of me, all the combos I'm doing in the game. It's ridiculously long, I know. I'm sorry. For those of you who don't want to sit here for 40 plus minutes, or close to 40 minutes, I'm sorry. But this was a masterpiece. In my eyes, this game was a masterpiece. This whole entire game. We're not even done with round 1. I'm at a loss for words what even to say anymore, because just of the fact of look how nuttiness this is. Now, that is one thing I should address. I know last time I posted IRL duels, I posted it at a locals with the actual like audio that's there. So I know how many of you did not like that, but I wanted to give you that guidance to change your pace. I basically like filming where we film because it's very, very quiet. Outside of a noisy 7 train, New York City trains, it's very quiet. You know, you can actually focus. You don't have people talking in your ear. You don't have people saying, do this, man, drop Utopia. It gets really aggravating and annoying. Technically, I could have stopped Gores, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. Whatevs, right? Whatevs. But I dropped the Rush Warrior on it. The Rush Warrior basically doubles the thing up to 6,000, and that's GG for the first round because Mikey just dropped the Gores being silly, but he can't survive the damage he's calculating. So off to game 2 we go, because this is going to be amazing. Here we go, game 2, excitement. Game 2 is a 20-minute game, and me and Mikey threw everything at each other, but he's just going to summon that Minerva to start, and basically send 2. I'm going to activate tuning. I'm going to get the Junk Synchron from my main deck to my hand, and I'm going to get that random mill that I need. As random mills are nice, but it's a Junk Synchron. What the hell? This is like, if I was on Dead Pro, I'd be like, RNG is hating on me, random number generators hating on me, but can't do that in IRL match, because it doesn't make sense. But I'm going to get that, Jet Synchron that I need. In retrospect, I probably should have just activated that first, but it's okay. It's McKay. And here I'm going to drop the level eats for the the Junk Sync what? The quick draw Synchron. I'm having brain farts as I'm tired as anything, trying to get basically 4 days of footage done in one. But lots of recording. So I'm gonna sync everything here to a Hyper Librarian. I'm gonna draw 1 because of Tuningware. Tuningware allows you to draw 1 after you sync with it. For those who don't know, and I'm clarifying that by putting it on the top of my graveyard, for those of you who will not understand that whole thing. So I ditch Effect Failer for a quick draw Synchron, because I need it right now to make this all happen. I summon Jet Warrior, which you're going to see in a sec. Mikey thought it was level 6. Was it level 6? We'll know in a second. I believe I'm telling them either I did lower Hyper Librarian or I didn't lower Hyper Librarian. I lowered Hyper Librarian. Okay, so Hyper Librarian's at 4. Quick Draw Synchron's at 4. I'm lowering the Junk Gardener down to 5. Gonna sync into the brain fart again. Jet Warrior now instead of the Gardener. I'm gonna bounce his back row, which I believe is a breakthrough skill. And I don't know why he didn't activate that prior to the Hyper Librarian, and you even see my hand reaction to it. I'm like, what? I'm like, okay, that's quite alright now. So let's go lower that down to a 4 and make a Formula Synchron at this point in time. The Jet Warrior was brought back by Junk Synchron, I believe. If not, then it's a misplay on my part, which happens every so often. Just a thing that happens. Level eats the Jet Warrior down to a 4, and that is a 10, so we're making that beautiful, beautiful Stardust Warrior. So +1 for hands. Hyper Librarian can't draw because of breakthrough skill. Hence the joke of it, the floody jokes of it. And I'm going to swing with the Hyper Librarian into the Minerva. Swing with the Stardust Warrior. He's going to drop the Gores. I'm not too sure if Stardust Warrior can stop the Gores during battle phase. I have yet to check the ruling on that, because I was not prepared for Mikey to be playing like 3 Gores and constantly getting them. So it's just something that happened, but it's okay. So he mills 3 for Card Trooper. It's even out of frame for me, but one of those is Garoth. He's going to breakthrough skill the Stardust Warrior, which I'm going to phrase this again for everyone. I couldn't tell if he was trying to negate the special summon that works like, the special summon negate that works like Thunder King Ryo. But I'm going to effect Valor the Chaos Sorcerer before he even has a chance to use it. And I couldn't understand if he was doing that or he was trying to basically blow it up and then I wouldn't get Road Warrior, which I would still get Road Warrior as it activates Engrave. So I'm not too sure, but I'm going to go with the first one, believing it was that, because I'm just going to have to believe it was that. He's got a token for 3,000, but if he swings in a Stardust Warrior, the problem with the 3,000 attack token is if he swings in a Warrior, Warrior gets me Road Warrior, which again will be another threat with 3,000 on the board. So there's really nothing he can completely do right now against me, but he's going to attack Hyper Librarian. He's going to attack the Level Eater. He should attack the Level Eater with the Chaos Sorcerer there, but go figure. And Stardust Warrior takes out the Chaos Sorcerer because it's going to be a pain. Here comes the Charge of Light Brigade. Honest, Wolf hits field, and Judgment Dragon were milled. At least that time I can tell you what was milled. Now he goes for the Lumina. And, oh wait, scratch what I said before about Stardust Warrior, if it can negate, because it works like Thunder King Ryo. Whatever Thunder King Ryo cannot negate, Stardust Warrior cannot negate. And same thing with like Blackhorn, that's how it works. Just brain farting all morning trying to get this done, because I'm just like uber tired, because just how long I've been recording, since like 5:30 in the morning, and it's almost 10 now. So I'm getting there. I haven't had my coffee yet. I have not had my coffee. My apologies. So he's got a nice established board, but the problem is, again, he needs to get over that Stardust Warrior, and if he tries to make a Synchro, I could just negate the Synchro. But then he could put massive damage in, which would be fairly smart right now, because I probably would not be able to sustain myself for too long for massive damage, and then all he has to do is rinse, repeat, do massive damage, giant weakness. But I don't believe Mikey's going to do that, because honestly, just look at the board and think to yourself, if he goes for a level 8 Synchro, or level 7 would be the better case right now, goes for like a Black Rose, whatever, obviously knows I'm going to negate it, then Wolf, Gores, and Token are on field, you win game. Or close to win game. Close to win game, because the token's at 3,000. So that's something he would have won game because he attacked into the level Eater. That's something in retrospect Mikey could have done, but here he goes for Star Eater, which I'm like, okay, instant negate, and I forgot you can't do it because Star Eater's effect. Again, brain farting. I read the card and then understood the whole thing. But if he had gone for the Black Rose, this game would have ended right here. He would have picked up the victory, but I don't know why he didn't do that. Maybe it's something he didn't think about, and it's something only Mikey can answer. Only Mikey can answer that one. In all honesty, I'm wondering the same thing right now. Because he had game right there. He pushed in for damage before. My life would not sustain all that massive damage. And this is where things get confusing. I forget that Star Eater is not like Armades or something along those lines. From what he was saying, I was freaking out of it. I was just tired. I was tired. Because stock market still, is a lot of work. But in all honesty, I was up to like 5:30 in the morning yesterday too, because I had to go to the freaking hospital to get tests done. So it was one of those fucking things, you know what I mean? I don't mean to keep swearing, but I like swearing. These rams it, and then Raikou take out Star Eater. Goodbye. Goodbye threat. So now I have to basically sit here and wait for Soul Charge, or wait for I can make a play, which not going to really happen over the next 13 minutes. It's basically, we're in game 2. So if I want to win, that's what I have to do. I believe I got Formula Synchron here. I'm not fully sure if I got Formula. Yes, go Formula Synchron. And the Jet Synchron gets banished out. I was explaining that to Mikey while I was getting my Formula out from the extra deck. Does TheYugiohCouncil Matt, so I'm sorry, I'm just having like brain fart. It's so bad. Foolish Burial. And one time I wish I had Goyo Guardian in my extra deck. Konami, make that fucking extra deck 20, please. Please? Please, so I can play Goyo. Because it would have been really useful right now. But again, Mikey could have just ended the game in that whole moment, which looking back at it now, I'm kind of surprised he didn't. So, make Black Rose, I Tribute Negate, Ram, oh wait, Raikou was face down, scratch that, game would have still played out. But I would have taken massive damage regardless, and then things could have turned out better because he has another Gores. But we'd probably been in the same boat. So, maybe Mikey did it the right way, I'm not completely sure, but you know, it's always those what ifs. I like thinking about those what ifs. And maybe I'm just like the only one that likes thinking about what ifs. You know, what if Mikey did this in this situation? What if I did that in that situation? How would the game state change in that aspect? So I basically am just going uber defensive as much as possible so I don't get KO'd, knocked out from the game. And there's not much I could do to a Gores. Like, unless I make a Junk Destroyer or I top deck a Soul Charge, there's not much. But here comes that Quick Draw Synchro. I'm like, yeah, I can do something now, right? I could totally do something if I would have kept that fucking Quill Ball in the grave. Nope. I still would have been able to do much, but it probably would have played out a lot better than it's going to, per se. So, that's definitely something that I don't regret, per se, because I don't live with regrets. That's something I kind of wish I would have done. So, Uber Defense mode, can't make sinks, ready burn through resource, so need Soul Charge to do so. That's all I'm going to say. I need Soul Charge at this point. Without Soul Charge, I'm in a bad situation. That Gores is just wrecking field, and all he has to do is top check Judgment Dragon, and it's okay, and he blows up field and win game. That's pretty much what's going on right now. We're both really low. Well, I'm not low on life points, but I'm in the situation where I can't jump over his monster, and then for that, it's pain to actually attempt to do that. Here I probably could have just like banished out Rush Warrior and then put back another formula and draw, but I don't know why I didn't. Go figure. Go figure. It's one of those things that I'm not too sure about right now. So it is what it is, right? So if you guys want more IRL duels, just let me know down in the comments, because I do read your comments like every single video constantly. I'm a little nuts about reading your comments. I love you guys. I know you take time out to do it, so that's why I like reading it. But here's an awesome play. Finally, I make an Armory Arm, and I equip that Armory Arm into the Gores, and swing, and he's gonna take 3,400. Okay, interruption out of the way because my dog, figures there's someone there, but it's what it is. So back on my turn. Where am I doing here? Yeah, back on my turn. I stupidly sink out. I probably could have ended the game here. I don't know why in the world I did this. Kind of one of those things. Oh, that's right. I wanted to make a Stardust because making Stardust made a lot of sense for deck thinning purposes, but I could have just smacked Mikey from 34 more and won the game. Stupidity at its finest. You'll see why in a moment. You'll see why. So even I could have ended the game in this situation. It's tug of war. But you know why we didn't? Because it's a fun game. We wanted to push each other. We wanted to go as stupid as we possibly could. Not that we wanted to play stupid, but we wanted to push each other as far as we could with the game. Because it was fun. It was a lot of fun. This honestly was a lot of fun. See, he has Gores. I was like kind of moment where I'm just sitting there going, if I would have done this, I would have won. But in a competitive game, I probably would have done that and just said, fuck you, I'm going for the kill. But he had the Gores. So, whatever, right? It's a fun game. I mean, that's what makes a YouTube channel what it is when you guys like it. It's something that you see people having fun. You like the videos. You basically want to come back to the personalities that are behind the channel. That's what makes this special for everyone, not just myself. But this is what basically you guys would want, at least in my eyes. You want someone who wants to post content that they're proud of, number one. Number two, that they had fun in or had fun creating. They're not just doing it for money or doing it for views or doing it for subscribers or doing it for notoriety or doing it for fame, whatever the case is. And that's something that, for me, a little bit got lost a little bit along the way. Just a little bit. But this duel brings that whole thing like 120 degrees back around, 360 degrees back around, and it feels really good. I may not have made the most optional play, optimized play during this game. It's perfectly fine. But we did get to see some hilarious shit, which you're going to see coming up. It's just amazing. I have no words. I have no words for how just ridiculously amazing this is going to get. But he attacks both of the level eaters. He mills 4. I'm like, yeah, I can mill him out. I can win by mill out. Because Lightsworn, man. I can mill out Lightsworn and be done. But I was like, you know what? Let me grab soul shards for just in case kind of moment. So at least that way I don't have to worry about, try to get to soul shards. Just that way I have a backup plan. I got something to play. I keep my defenses up. I'm going to make Mikey mill out. And this is going to be great. And I'm going to win the game. And Mikey just, watch this. It's just like, he attacks. 2 tokens pop up. He thought it was a Raikou. I'm using banished monsters as tokens, just so that's clear, guys. So no one gets freaking on my last nerve with that. Or gets lost in the shuffle. But he tributes both monsters for a fucking Tragodia. Because he doesn't want to mill out. He doesn't have enough life to JD nuke. That much is clear. But at the same time, he doesn't want to mill out. So he tributes for Tragodia. And I'm sitting here going, oh boy. Oh boy. That is some of the most hilarious things I've ever seen in my life, is someone tribute a JD and a Gores. So that way they don't mill out for Tragodia. And I'm sitting here going, okay, that was okay. I'll give you that one, Mikey. That was smart. That was using your head. That's thinking on your feet. That's basically going with against the normal. That's getting a little bit creative with a deck that everyone kind of knows. So he's staying true to his video for goddamn sure. But this is going to be hilarious. So he goes Lumina, and I'm sitting here going, okay, right? Thinking nothing of the ordinary, out of the ordinary. He goes for Aaron, and I'm like, shit. That goes against my plan of trying to get to Soul Charge. He's going to get a shuffle going, so I'm moving my graveyard. But he puts my Synchron Carrier, I'm trying not to laugh, Synchron Carrier back in the deck. He takes out both tokens. At this point, I'm like, okay, you're going to mill out, right? And I'm thinking, oh wait, he can go Daigusto Emerald and put back whatever monsters and survive. This is Mikey, of course. That's too normal for Mikey. That's too meta for Mikey. Mikey's got to go one step further. And I'm not bashing Mikey. I'm giving him credit because this is fucking amazing. What he's going to do is hilarious. I didn't even know you could do this shit until I read the fucking card completely. I was like, wait, what? But he actually got a little bit creative. So he summons Castell. I'm like, what? And he puts back his own Lumina back in the deck. And I'm like, who does this? So I read Castell to 100% make sure this is an absolute legal play, and it turns out it is. Because it says target one face-up monster. And my mind is blown. I'm like, Mikey, get the fuck out of here with this shit. You should just stop. That was the most absurd shit I've ever seen play. And look at this. I have no warrior target left in my deck because I've used up everything. And I'm dying of laughter here because it's just priceless. So I'm looking through my graveyard. I'm like, do I have a Jet Synchron so I can actually survive? And yes, I do. So let me send that Rhoda to the graveyard and bring that Jet Synchron back. This is what fun is about, guys. You could play meta, you could play shit that's popular, but it's all about the fun, end of the day. And this was fun for us, and that's what we wanted to get across in this video. Simple, fun Yu-Gi-Oh! While having a little bit of popular deck being played, whatever. And I think Synchrons right now are like the hottest thing going on in Yu-Gi-Oh! Honestly, everyone's kind of tired just the same meta decks. Like, people who just tune into videos, they're not going to want to see 1,000 freaking Necross decks. Let's be honest. Hell, I wouldn't want to either. He gets that Fortune Tune. I'm like, that's great. So he gets Fortune Tune. I'm sitting there going, let me go 2D. And he goes, if you mill soul charge, and I just say to myself, if I mill soul charge, I would scoop, but I'm gonna do one better. I won't scoop. I'll play out the game. I'll basically commit Sabukin and do it that way. I mill the soul charge. The one fucking card I needed. I nutsack mill that shit. And I'm not even salty about it. I'm not. I was dying of laughter at the time. Mikey could tell you, I was dying of laughter. We were both cracking the fuck up. So he puts Fortune 2 in attack mode. He's going to attack with the Castell first. Take out my Jet Synchron. Take out the other Jet Synchron. At this point, you know what? I can't win. So, fuck it. Summon Jet Synchron in attack mode. I'm deciding at this point, should it be attack or should I just play defensive? Fuck it. Play attack. Swing at the fucking Fortune 2. I'm not going to win this unless he decks out, which is going to be 2 turns. And by that point, he's just going to summon more monsters, which you're seeing here. And he's going to win game. So I was like, go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead. You got this, man. You got this. Yeah, another fucking Gorus. He's Lumina. And I just speechless about that Castell play. That is like the highlight play of the week. I swear if we had enough content, I'd be doing highlight play of the week, and that would be the fucking feature highlight play of the week. What you never expect someone to do with a Castell. This is what Mikey does with a Castell. And you know what inspired me? You know what inspired me to do? If there was a way to make Castell and target motherfucking Maiden and Blue Eyes, the stupidity of putting Maiden back so she's protected while getting Blue Eyes on the field and also utilizing the Castell while trying to figure out what you put in the grave is just good shit. There would just be good shit in general. So we are on game 3 now. This is the decisive one. I couldn't get over that Castell thing. Obviously I'm stuttering just thinking about it. And I'm watching it back still like, who the fuck does that? Who the fuck does that? What other YouTube channel are you gonna go to that does Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Where someone's gonna Castell a Lightsworn back into their deck so they can win the game. Props, Mikey, props. I'm not tooting the council's horn. I'm just saying props, Mikey. That was some impressive shit. Synchron carrier to grave. I'm like, that's fine. Need a Jet Synchron. I believe I need a Jet Synchron or one of the other ones. But it's fine. I'm gonna make the best out of it. And I'm like, you know what, Mikey? I'm gonna show you something. I'm gonna show you something amazing. Let me go Road Warrior. So I go for Road Warrior, right? And gonna use Road Warrior's effect. Get the Jet, lower the Road Warrior. But I'm playing a Mikey. I didn't lower the level of Quick Draw. I normal summon the level year, so I cannot normal summon any further this turn. And he's laughing at this point. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. Synchro summon, Formula Synchron. I need a Quillbolt fucking Hedgehog at this point to actually do fucking something. You know, to make a Quasar play. It's fine. I don't have it. Whatevs. I'm gonna go even funnier with this. So I basically am about to make another Formula Synchron at this point. Let's make another Formula Synchron. The Road Warrior, he's at level 6 right now. Just so we're clear, he's at level 6. So if you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm gonna clarify it there. He's at level 6. So I'm like, what the hell can I even do anymore? And I was like, I'm gonna push it to the end. I'm gonna push this to the edge. I'm gonna push this shit to the edge. So I discard for Quick Draw Synchron. And I got that off the Formula Synchron play. So I lower him down to 5 to bring back the level eater, which I make a Junk Gardener. Make a Junk Gardener, lower the Junk Gardener down to 5. So they're both level 5, and I get my Quasar play regardless. That is a way I've never made Quasar before, so even for me, that was one hell of a fucking way to do it. And then I have Soul Charge, which Mikey's mouth just hit the floor, I believe, when I dropped the Soul Charge. He's looking at me like, really? Really? You had that shit too? Like, yeah, I had that shit too. So, let me make this fucking count, because if I don't make this count, I'm gonna lose the fucking game. So, I go for the most absurd shit you can possibly go for. I go for Junk Gardener, and I go for Formula Synchron. So I synchro the Junk Gardener and the Formula Synchron together, and I make a Stardust Dragon. Now, a normal person would have just made fucking Stardust Warrior and just sit on life points. I'm not a normal person. I make that Shooting Star, because Shooting Star is... how can I say this without pissing people off? 50% of the time, Shooting Star is the better synchro to go into than just Quasar. And yes, I just said that. And there's actually a reason for that. It's because the attack negation, it's because of the 3 effects, it's because he just doesn't negate once. He's got the 3 effects. And I know you're saying, but Quasar's once per turn has 4,000. It's not all about the attack points. It's not. So, I roll for Shooting Star. The roll is a junk, is a joke thing. There was no tuner there. It was Doppel Warrior, Rush Warrior, and 3 spell cards. So I'm like, if I would have just done it, I could have just gone for it. But he drops Gores in the most hilarious way. Now, I let the Gores hit. I can negate it. I let it hit, because why not, right? He breakthrough skills, obviously I negate. That's actually a misplay on Mikey's part. He should have played breakthrough skill first, then he would have gotten Gores. So Gores would have hit the field. Regardless, we're going to play it out that way, so don't get mad at Mikey. We were just having fun, and sometimes you forget the most basic of things because he was blasting music at the same time, which you can't hear, luckily, but I'm just saying. So let it slide. Breakthrough skill would have happened first. Gores would have still hit the field, so no one can get mad. It's still legal play. It still would have happened that way. Just saying, still would have happened that way. So he's got to read Shooting Star because I don't really think he's ever gone against it. I forced the gate for Quasar. He's got a token that's got 4,000 on it. 4,000 on a token. Who does this shit? But to be fair, I kind of ran into it. But he's got Chaos Sorcerer. So now I'm kind of scared. So he's going to summon. He already activated Breakthrough, which obviously forced negate, which just gets whatever. He banishes out the Quasar. He's free to take out the Shooting Star if he can attack into it. So this is where my eyebrow raises, like you can't see it, but my eyebrow raises when he says the following. He goes, Wolf, attacking a Shooting Star Dragon. Write that in there. Every Yu-Gi-Oh player who's ever played against a light deck that can or will run Honest should know they have Honest in their fucking hand. Never trust them. I'm having fun with this game. I didn't care either way, but I'm not letting that thing swing at my Shooting Star. So he swings at it, I banish out. And then he's going to attack the level eats with the 4,000 token, which I'm going to take 3,600 for. Rip. Rip life points. So Shooting Star comes back, because end phase. I love that effect about him. He used Fly. He flew up and then came back down. he flew up and then came back down. He's a mega Pokemon. Alright, that's enough of the Pokemon jokes. We'll save that for Tuesday. So I get 2 tokens off the Dandelion to Foolish Burial. I'm like, thinking to myself, there's no way I'm winning this shit against a 4,000 token and an Honest, right? Someone special to me said once, and I banished out a Glow Up Bulb to summon the Spore, so it's level 2. Someone said to me once, I'm not going to disclose who, you must always look for a way out even when it doesn't seem there is, or a way to win when it doesn't seem there is a way to win. And I always remember what he said, because it stuck with me like a motherfucker. So, this is for you. I love you for telling me that shit. You watch what I do to Mikey now. So I lower Excel Synchron down to 2. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I didn't banish out. I banished out Dandelion. Glow Up Bulbs on the grave. I banished out Dandelion to make the Excel Synchron. Sorry, by mistake. I got too caught in the moment. I Synchro for Armory Arm. I think 90% of you know where this shit's gonna go. So I equip Armory Arm onto the Shooting Star. All I have to do is attack Chaos Sorcerer and it's done. It's game. It's over. But I roll for the effect. And I hit Effect Failure. The only tuner in that pile was Effect Failure. I wanted 2 attacks. I wanted to hit Card Trooper as well, but it's fine. It's fine. Shooting Star attacks, and that's game. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out the videos and the annotations that you're seeing now. And thank you to Mikey for an amazing